So there I was driving into work the other day, listening to AM radio. Google it, kids, when my ears were confronted with the following 30-second sonic assault.
I'm standing on skates for Canada. Hi, this is Ron MacLean. It's an honor to welcome you to Team Canada, where we all have a position on defense to buy Canadian products, support Canadian businesses, and protect Canadian workers. We all know what it means when it says Canada on the sweater. Let's make sure it says Canada on the label. Shop as if your country depends on it. Keep your money in Canada for Canada.
Ooh boy, where do I even begin? For starters, why would anyone in their right mind want to hire Canada's official worst best friend to promote anything, including our beloved country? Look, I'm a proud Canadian. I want to see Canada excel, of course, but Ron MacLean lecturing me to buy Canadian? Given the backstory of this backstabber, Ron's pronouncements are almost having the opposite effect, which is to say, I tend to carefully listen to Ron MacLean and then believe the precise opposite. And seriously, how is it that Ron MacLean is deemed to be a patriotic influencer in 2025? Maybe this Hockey Night in Canada second banana had some credibility 7 years ago, but post-Poppygate and the cancellation of Coach's Corner, sorry, Ron's street cred is the same as his popular appeal these days, namely
0.0.
So who's behind these ads? Well, it turns out it's a not-for-profit organization called the Pro Bono Group. Who dat, you ask? Well, essentially, the Pro Bono Group is a bunch of CBC has-beens and never-wases. Yeah, we're talking Club Liberal here, cuddly as ever. All of which explains that photo on the Pro Bono website depicting MacLean and the equally insufferable Arlene Dickinson. As you can see, they're decked out in Team Canada hockey sweaters. Naturally, Dickinson is doing that idiotic elbows up pose. You know, folks, that's actually a penalty in hockey. It's called elbowing. Did anyone at the Liberal Party of Canada really think this one through? And to think that Ron MacLean used to be a hockey referee. Hey, ref, are you blind as well as a betrayer? By the way, I did reach out to the Pro Bozo group for comment. Here were my questions. 1, why was MacLean chosen to narrate this spot? 2, given MacLean's current reputation in light of the cancellation of Coach's Corner, was he really the best candidate available to narrate a Buy Canadian ad? 3, speaking of Coach's Corner, wouldn't Don Cherry have been a more appropriate choice for a Buy Canadian ad, given that this celebrity has millions of adoring fans? And the response, folks? Radio silence. Golly, I thought these cats were all about getting into the corners with their elbows up. More like knees down. But again, what a bizarre choice to use Ron MacLean to move the merchandise, as they say in the marketing biz. Hey, whether you're peddling pucks or patriotism, if you want results, a successful marketing campaign makes use of a spokesingly that people actually like, or at least somebody who is relevant. Ron MacLean, alas, is neither. In fact, folks, this could be an advertising first, namely a public service announcement, otherwise known as a PSA, being narrated by a POS. In the final analysis, I know there's at least one connection vis-a-vis the Dominion of Canada and disgraced broadcaster Ron MacLean. Our national animal, after all, is the beaver. As for Ron MacLean, well, he kind of resembles a certain species of rodent too, don't you think? Hey, folks, I know you love it when Rebel News tells the other side of the story, that side of the story you are not going to get from the legacy media. But unlike the legacy media, Rebel News does not receive a single nickel of taxpayer funding. And that's where you come in. Can you help me out here? Can you go to rebelfieldreports.com? That's rebelfieldreports.com. And if you're able to, kindly make a donation.